In the heart of Eldoria's bustling cityscape, the clash between Isabella Sterling, the formidable corporate lawyer, and Alexander "Alex" Bennett, the audacious tech entrepreneur, took on a complexity that rivaled the city's intricate skyline. Their rivalry, initially confined to the courtroom, overflowed into every facet of their lives. Snarky comments and pointed remarks became their preferred mode of communication. Isabella's razor-sharp wit collided head-on with Alex's playful banter, creating an atmosphere thick with tension and unexpected chemistry. One day, as they sparred in court over a particularly thorny legal matter, Isabella couldn't resist a snide comment about Alex's tech prowess. "Mr. Bennett, your innovations are as reliable as a Windows update. You promise the world, but all we get are glitches and errors." Alex, never one to back down, shot back with a smirk. "Well, Miss Sterling, at least my glitches don't bill by the hour." The courtroom erupted in suppressed laughter, and even the judge couldn't hide a smile. As they exchanged barbs, a strange dynamic emerged, a mix of animosity and a begrudging admiration for each other's quick wit. Outside the courthouse, their encounters continued to be laced with sarcasm. In a chance meeting at a local coffee shop, Isabella, sipping her meticulously crafted espresso, couldn't resist needling Alex about his recent business setbacks. "Ah, Mr. Bennett, how's the tech revolution going? Last I heard, your latest invention was more of a fizzle than a bang," she remarked, a sly smile playing on her lips. Alex, leaning against the counter, raised an eyebrow. "Well, Miss Sterling, not everyone can appreciate the brilliance of my ideas. Some people are still stuck in the era of flip phones and fax machines." Their exchanges, while biting, revealed a hidden layer of understanding. As the banter intensified, so did their awareness of each other's vulnerabilities. Late-night strategy sessions, once filled with icy glares, transformed into sessions of shared laughter and exchanged confidences. One evening, after a particularly grueling day in court, Isabella and Alex found themselves at a bar, nursing their wounds and nursing glasses of whiskey. The air was thick with the residue of a heated argument they had just endured. Isabella took a sip of her drink, eyeing Alex with a smirk. "You know, Bennett, you might actually have a chance at success if you learn to take advice." Alex, feigning offense, retorted, "Ah, Sterling, if only I had a legal mind as brilliant as yours, I'd be unstoppable." Their bickering reached a crescendo, and then, in a surprising twist, the tension cracked. Laughter bubbled up between them, and for the first time, their snarky dialogue morphed into a shared joke, a secret language only they understood. As the complexity of their relationship deepened, so did their acknowledgement of a connection that transcended the courtroom theatrics. The line between enemies and potential lovers blurred, and Eldoria, ever the silent witness to its residents' dramas, sensed a seismic shift in the dynamic between Isabella and Alex. Their relationship became a delicate dance of verbal jousting and stolen glances. The more they tried to resist the pull, the stronger it became. Colleagues, friends, and even the ever-watchful Eldoria began to sense a different kind of tension between the two adversaries. In the quiet moments, away from prying eyes and public scrutiny, Isabella and Alex found themselves teetering on the edge of something profound. The banter, once a shield against vulnerability, became a bridge that allowed them to navigate the uncharted territory of mutual attraction. The turning point came during a late-night encounter in the dimly lit hallway of the courthouse. Isabella, leaning against the wall, looked at Alex with a mix of exasperation and something else, something unspoken. Alex, sensing the shift, abandoned his usual snark and met her gaze with a level of intensity that spoke volumes. "Enough of the games, Sterling," he said, his tone devoid of the usual playful banter. "We can keep up the act, or we can admit there's something here, something neither of us can ignore." Isabella, caught off guard, felt a wave of conflicting emotions. The air between them crackled with unspoken tension, and in that charged moment, the complexity of their relationship reached its zenith. The snarky dialogue gave way to a shared understanding, and a decision hung in the air, waiting to be made. Caught in the charged atmosphere of the dimly lit hallway, Isabella hesitated for a moment, her usually composed demeanor betraying a flicker of vulnerability. The weight of Alex's words hung in the air, and as she met his gaze, she saw not just the audacious entrepreneur she had sparred with for months, but a man laying bare his own uncertainties. Taking a deep breath, Isabella pushed away from the wall, her trademark snark temporarily silenced. "You might be onto something, Bennett," she conceded, her voice softer than usual. "But don't think for a second that I'm willing to let go of the last shreds of my professional integrity just because of a few stolen glances in a courthouse hallway." Alex, with a wry smile, responded, "Who said anything about letting go? Maybe we can find a way to merge the personal and the professional, a dynamic duo, if you will." Their banter resumed, but this time it carried a different undertone. The unspoken agreement lingered between them, a recognition that something had shifted irreversibly. As they navigated the complexities of their evolving connection, the lines between adversaries and potential lovers blurred further. The days that followed were a whirlwind of negotiations, both in and out of the courtroom. Isabella and Alex found themselves caught in a delicate dance, towing the line between professional decorum and personal desires. Eldoria, always hungry for the latest drama, buzzed with speculation about the true nature of their relationship. The turning point came during a high-profile business event where Isabella and Alex were both expected to make appearances. As they prepared to face the public together, the tension was palpable. Isabella, impeccably dressed as always, shot Alex a sidelong glance. "Remember, Bennett, we're here for business, not pleasure. Let's not give Eldoria more gossip fodder than it can handle," she warned, her words laced with a mixture of caution and something else. Alex, adjusting his suit with a playful grin, replied, "Who said business and pleasure can't coexist? Just think of it as a merger of interests." Their joint appearance at the event sent shockwaves through Eldoria's social circles. The once fiery adversaries, now standing side by side, exuded a chemistry that was impossible to ignore. Isabella and Alex, while maintaining their professional facade, couldn't escape the glances and whispers that followed them throughout the evening. As the night wore on, they found themselves stealing moments away from the prying eyes of the public. In a secluded corner of the venue, away from the curious gazes, Isabella looked at Alex with a hint of a smile. "I can't believe we're doing this," she admitted, a rare vulnerability in her eyes. Alex, intertwining his fingers with hers, responded, "Why fight it, Sterling? We're good together, both in the courtroom and out here. Let's embrace the chaos." The dimly lit hallway held its breath, a pregnant pause in the narrative of Isabella and Alex's complicated relationship. Isabella, her usual composed exterior faltering, met Alex's gaze with a mixture of defiance and vulnerability. The weight of unspoken emotions hung between them, and Eldoria, in its ceaseless hum, seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the inevitable. Finally breaking the silence, Isabella spoke, her voice laced with a hint of resignation. "Bennett, you're insufferable, but there's something about you that keeps me coming back for more." Alex, a flicker of genuine emotion in his eyes, took a step closer. "Sterling, you're a walking contradiction, but damn if I'm not drawn to the challenge." The admission hung in the air, and with it, the atmosphere shifted. The snarky banter, once a fortress guarding their vulnerabilities, crumbled, revealing the raw honesty beneath. In that hallway, surrounded by the echoes of their past clashes, Isabella and Alex found themselves on the precipice of something unfamiliar, yet undeniably real. Isabella tentatively leaned into Alex, the last straw to fall. She exhaled into his chest and tilted her head up to look into his eyes. Now what?